And the floor. Okay. But it's not every day that you can catch someone like Ash off guard and get a reaction. Damn his stupid detective senses. I'll take every ounce of victory I can get, no matter how small. Ha! Hang on, what's new with the relationships? Marianne likes us better, I guess. Rebecca likes us better. Luke and Hannah do not care for us. That's alright, we don't care for them, right, Isabella? An awkward pause passes between us. A blink. A cough. He makes a face. And then, in a too-quick motion, he ducks and retrieves his abused gadget, while a grin threatens to break out from my lips. He doesn't meet my eyes when he straightens, but a flush has crept up his neck and cheeks. In another universe, where we haven't known each other for 5 years and suffering through his teasing isn't a day-to-day occurrence, chances are I'd find that adorable. Endearing, even. Unfortunately, this isn't that kind of world. The way things are, I'm already content to see him out of his obnoxiously calm and collected disposition.
Hello to you too, scaredy cat. I could stand to be greeted like a normal person, you know.
What? And miss that look on your face? No way. Oh man, I should have taken a picture.
Really glad there's some voiceover for the characters to give me a break.
I am so honored you find this funny. Is that how you treat your guests? I think I need to talk to your supervisor.
Talk to yourself. You aren't even a guest here. What are you doing here in the first place?
For a moment, he looks like a cat that swallowed the canary. Suddenly, checking every nook and cranny in his phone for any damage or scratches seems to be a more interesting activity than explaining himself.
Ash?
I could be looking to buy a house.
A mansion?
Yeah, why not? Did you see the view outside? It doesn't look haunted to me at all.
He's messing with me.
Ashton, I am not in the mood. What are you doing here?
He chances a glimpse at some point behind me. The parlor? Curious, I follow his gaze, but before I can figure out what has caught his attention, he places a hand on my shoulder and turns me back to face him.
I just finished working on something, so I dropped by.
I still don't see how his work has anything to do with why he's here. At my confused look, he drops the hand resting on my arm, like he has touched something particularly hot. Indeed, Isabella, you are just particularly hot, right? And casually rubs the back of his neck.
And I said I'll see if I can pick you up. Turns out I can. Free time and all. So here I am. Figured you'd still be busy, and so I roamed around for a while.
Okay, have we established that it's pretty obvious there's something going on between these two, right?
Oh, you should have mentioned that sooner. I was about to throw you out.
Throw me? Hey, I was given a pamphlet. I think that makes me a legitimate client.
We have mandatory sign-in sheets for clients, Ash. I didn't see your name on it. And you can't just roam around because it says open house. Normal people actually follow an etiquette here.
Isn't that the definition of an open house? It's very confusing, whatever land this is in.
Right, okay. I think I'll just go ahead and...
No, wait. I wasn't really going to throw you out. Rose said... Never mind. I was just about to leave anyway.
Wait, what? Now?
Something must have shown in my face because he pauses and gives me a hard, long stare. Sometimes I forget how easy reading people is for Ash, given how he often looks as if everything around him is a chore. I avoid his eyes, hoping he'll drop the subject and won't ask any more questions. The last thing I want is to tell him what happened, especially the part about the letter. In fact, he's the last person on Earth I'll ever think about telling it to, if I can help it. Sure, he's dependable. Guy. God knows how many times he has helped me, even without me asking for it. But stuff like ghosts and the supernatural? He'll never believe those, even if he hears it from a friend. Except maybe if it's Becca. Damn it, Becca. On a good day, the most harmless thing he'll do is give you an explanation why those things have no chance of ever being real. At worst, he's insufferable. He'll poke fun at you at every single chance he'll get. Ashhole. What did I ever do to him? He never does that to Becca or Zach. It's because he's got a crush on you, right? I can already imagine how things will go down the moment I spill a word of what I saw. Nope. Over my dead body. Before it catches his attention, I shove the letter deep into my bag. Come on, that's another person. I mean, you've shown 3 people, alright? Already. What's one more? This guy who's super annoying.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Let's just go.
He doesn't believe in that stuff. It's harmless.
Doesn't look like a nothing to me.
We still have Zach's movie tonight, remember?
It's still early. And didn't you say your shift will end around 5 or 6? What about... Hey, Isabella, wait up!
A rush of air greets me as soon as the main door opens. Not the usual autumn draft, but it's still a welcome change from the stifling atmosphere inside the mansion. Ash's footsteps are quick behind me, the soles of his shoes thumping hard against the polished concrete in an awkward cadence as he rushes to catch up. He calls out once, twice. The mansion still looms in the background. Whispers calling me back, shadows beckoning. Help me. Help me. I don't look back. We spend the ride back to Luxborn City in a relatively quiet manner, with only the radio's just disjointed hum in the background to fill the silence. Occasionally, Ash will reach out to fiddle with it until the signal settles or it's on a respectable volume. But otherwise, he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. I absolutely love how my nose gets stuffy anytime I'm having to read something like this. However, if the furtive glances he's been sending my way are signs, I know there are things he's been itching to ask since we left the mansion. I keep my eyes trained on the passing scenery outside in the small hope that my disinterest will dissuade him.
Here.
All of a sudden, he tosses something at me from a small compartment on his side. It hits me cleanly on the chin before I can make a move to catch it. The small package makes a soft landing on my lap instead.
Sorry.
That is not the sound of someone who is sorry. The glare I send him wipes a smirk about to form cleanly off his face. He clears his throat, focusing his eyes on the road again. I swear he did that on purpose. Ignoring him, I flipped the half-forgotten package on my lap.
I won't say no to free food, but why are you giving away cereal bars?
It's a MLM scheme. It's gonna ask you to buy some.
I always have one on my person, and you look like you're about to pass out back there.
And then if you buy enough, then you can sell them to the next person, and then they sell them, and it's a great scheme, right?
Have you eaten lunch yet?
Dear gods. It's a great scheme to make all your friends hate you because you post that crap on social media. I don't even get a chance to deny it because right on cue, my stomach rumbles loudly and an empty, gnawing feeling in my belly becomes noticeable. No surprise there. I did skip breakfast and lunch so I could catch Becca while she was on break. I was hoping to get a small meal after. I guess with everything going on, I just forgot until Ash mentioned it. It's not like the hollow feeling's new to me, though. If anything, it's just one of the things I've gotten used to ignoring over the years growing up. A thanks, then a tear. Then I tear open the package and start nibbling on the edge of the bar. Sorry, I got the microphone just right in the way, so I'm having to like duck and dodge around the microphone to be able to read it. Apart from acknowledging nod, Ash doesn't say anything after that small exchange. For that, I am thankful. After getting an earful from both Becca and Rose, it's nice to be able to just sit down with someone who's not going to nag at you.
How'd the open house go?
The usual. We got a bigger crowd than normal because of the property's fame, but really, no different from the typical open house. On second thought, it actually looks like a fancy party more than an open house. I've never felt so underdressed in my life. Weren't you there?
I wasn't really listening.
I should have asked someone to kick you out.
No, you won't.
And what makes you so sure?
One, ever since you got assigned to this property, you've been freaking out about it. Rebecca's words, not mine. She's been complaining to me about how you talked your ears off, by the way.
Oh, dear gods, how horrible that she talked to her.
Two, despite your initial qualms about the place, you still took the job. Which brings us to three. It's been months since you last settled a deal, and you're short on money right now since you're back to your instant noodle diet.
Ooh.
How do you even know about the last one?
Everyone talks about you, Isabella.
Rebecca. Anyhow, you're hell-bent on selling the mansion. Even if someone you know personally is in the tour group, you aren't going to just kick them out. Every single person who went on your open house is still a prospective client to you. Even me.
He's not entirely wrong. Oh man, I walked right into that one, didn't I?
I hate you. I really hate you right now.
His answer is a small laugh, that kind that screams, I'm right, I told you so. I hate it when he does that.
I'll have you know that there's already someone who's extremely interested in this property.
Extremely.
So even if you expressed any sort of interest in it, I don't think they'd be willing to let you have it. Too bad.
You could artificially raise the price that way. Provided I didn't botch it with the rights. Why of all times did I have to screw up like that in front of an important customer, no less? I owe Rose a big apology. I hope she likes free donuts.
You don't seem too happy about it.
I am happy. Doesn't this look like a happy face to you?
So happy. Different kind of happy, maybe. My goodness. I got a sneezing cat behind me. It startled me.
Really? And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in the sofa. Or is it the wardrobe this time?
That'd be funny if it was the lion, the witch, and the sofa. You had to crawl in between the sofa cushions. He meant that as a joke, but how close is it to the truth? Made my blood run cold and my own heartbeat a heavy weight in my chest. All at once, the letter in my bag feels a whole lot heavier, burdened by my own guilt and apprehension.
Yeah, well, things happened. Stuff the right couple might not be pleased about. No need to make a fuss about it. It's normal in the business.
The business.
You made them angry?
Not angry, just stuff happened.
You cursed them. You just say you cursed them. It's fine.
Like?
Things.
Did they do anything? Your clients. The rights, was it?
I can't answer that. At least not without revealing everything that took place in the attic. Now what? If he can read us, he's gonna know it's a lie, so just change the subject, right?
You keep asking me about my work, yet you haven't said a single word about yours.
What's our relationship status? Lust. He doesn't like us as much as everyone else likes us, except for Hannah and Luke.
That's not fair. Both you and Zach have literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
An over-exaggeration, but changing the subject to something else is still better than outright lying to him. Besides, it never works with him. I'm not sure if it's because I'm just bad at it, or because he's just really very good at his job. He doesn't answer immediately, only momentarily shifting a glance over me and returning it back to the road when he has to make a sharp turn. Outside, the sun has already started its descent, casting a vibrant orange glow on the tall buildings. I wonder how long before we reach the venue for Zach's film. Checking the street signs outside, appears Ash has taken the longer route. Odd, but he's probably trying to avoid the rush hour traffic.
Didn't we just talk a week ago over chat?
That's different. Linking your awful memes in the group chat box every morning isn't exactly a conversation.
Oh my god, a person that communicates in memes.
Excuse me, I don't hear you calling them awful while you're laughing at all of them.
Shut up! And you aren't answering my question.
The evolution of communication. It's interesting at times. That earns him a soft punch to his arm. I did laugh at them, but I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of knowing that I did most find most of them funny. It'll only make his head... It'll only make his head bigger, stupid Ash.
All right. Lay off on the abuse. Remember that case I mentioned before? We've been trying to pin the bastard down, but it required more work than we anticipated. The guy's slippery like that. We got some good lead months ago.
Oh my god. He's either a actually is a detective, or he's in a porn. He recounts what he's been doing in the time we haven't seen each other. His usual work, the occasional small investigation, and the big case he's been stuck working on. Stuff he couldn't mention the brief time we catch each other online. Although most of it is the trimmed down version. Only things he can tell, he has always been careful about that. Even in the way he spins his answers to my questions, just enough to satisfy my curiosity, but not enough to paint the whole picture. At one point, his voice takes on a strained tone when he mentions something about the big case, but I don't dwell on it much. That's normal, right? I mean, who wouldn't be frustrated if you couldn't bring someone to justice because they kept slipping out of your fingers? Oh my god. It's like a porn. If I were in his shoes, I'd definitely lose my mind. His stories never cease to be entertaining regardless. If things weren't the way they were back home, maybe I would have considered taking on the same job as him. Well, no. Not really. Mama would never allow that. Because being a police officer is more dangerous than being a real estate agent who finds a cursed letter. But the idea is still there, along with countless others I've let go. Time passes between us in this manner, and before I know it, we're already at the movie house. A small crowd has already formed in front of the theater when we arrive. Lift Fest, short for Luxburn Independent Film and Theater Festival, attracts a bigger crowd annually, and this year's no different. I've only been to a few indie film screenings with Zach, so I'm not an expert on the matter. But I know that for people hoping to make a break in the industry, getting your film recognized by a local event like this is already a big deal. Especially for a newcomer like Zach. He hasn't even won an award, but just getting a confirmation letter that the festival committee wants to include his movie in this year's lineup already put a grin on his face for weeks. Speaking of the guy, he's impossible to miss. At 6 feet, he appears to loom over most of the moviegoers. With his large build and heavy voice, there's no surprise when people give him a wide berth as they pass by. It's often easy to mistake him for someone intimidating at first glance. I did, back when I didn't know any better. Ash did too, I heard. Once, early in their friendship.
Oh, there's Zach!
I've never found someone having dreads to be intimidating.
Hey, you guys! Long time no see!
Maybe I just have not encountered the right people with dreads. Zach's face lights up with a smile of his own. He moves towards us with careful steps, taking a significant effort to make himself smaller so as not to bump or accidentally hit anyone. Typical Zach. As he nears, Ash casually raises his hand in greeting and...
Sup, Z-Man, my main man. What's crack-a-lackin', my homie?
Racist. Kinda. Depends. How much people don't like you. The awkwardness that descends with the immediate vicinity of our small group is palpable enough. Somewhere to our left, a girl giggles, and only then do I become aware of my mouth hanging open. I'm almost amazed at how Ash can say that out loud with a straight face. Almost. See, that's how it starts. It starts off as a joke, and then because of the normalcy of deviance, it becomes serious. It's no longer a joke. It's not ironic. Considering his track record, I should be used to it by now. Zach seems to be.
Yo, stop trying to act black, Ashton. And you're the only one who calls me Z-Man.
There's fondness underneath his exasperated tone. If this were any other person, he'd likely be offended, but years of friendship and familiarity have made those words harmless to the other's ears. Or at least enough for both to take it in stride.
It's been a while, Zach.
I hope you didn't get into trouble again.
Not much to get into trouble lately without you, I'm afraid. I'll let you know if something comes up, though.
He's gotta film that porn.
Nah, I ended up with chicken down stuck on me last time I agreed. I'd really love at least this year to pass without some sort of accident happening again.
He's the director and the cameraman, and who knows, maybe he's also stars in it, because I don't know. I always thought it was weird for someone to star in a film and also direct it. Like, how well can you do both jobs?
Hey, I take offense to that. It wasn't that bad.
You really have no idea.
I can kind of understand it with, like, film, but when it's theater, it's very odd. Beat passes, and then Zach laughs.
Hey, I'm kidding! You know you can always count on me.
It's a story only the two of them are privy to. Every now and then, Ash will enlist Zach's help on something. Something being... Okay, I'll stop. Beck and I have never really found out what the real deal is with those two adventures, as Ash calls it, and both aren't willing to tell due to some unspoken agreement. She insists that if it's Ash, it's likely not something illegal or life-threatening. I tend to believe her on that. Sometimes. Ah, well, boys will be boys, I guess. I give Zach a small wave from behind Ash when his attention eventually turns to me.
Bella!
Or to Bella.
Huh? Rebecca's not with you. Is she still sick?
A bit. But she's up and went to work this morning. You know she doesn't listen to anyone that's not Ash.
Yes, she does.
Whoa, super defensive there. Ash doth protest too much, I think.
No, she doesn't. You're literally the only person she'll listen to when she's feeling stubborn.
And it's true, they've known each other for far longer than any of us in the group, childhood friends and all.
But don't worry, Zach. She's probably on her way here now. She promised she wouldn't miss your movie. Isabella! Oh, thank goodness!
Speak of the devil. Without warning, a hand grabs me by the shoulder and turns me around.
Becca! You're just in time!
I have to lean back a little with the way her face is almost invading my personal space, but she places her hand on either side of my head to keep me still. She stares at me intently, concern filling her eyes.
Becca, you're squishing my face. How are you? Are you alright?
Wow. She is very intense. It's like she's, yeah.
Why wouldn't I be?
Rose called me earlier.
Oh. Those 4 words tell me all I need to know. Since I don't have my family living close by and the only other relative I have here works on the far side of the country, I gave my company Becca's contact number in case of an emergency. I should have known Rose would call her. I push Becca's hand away from my face. Although she lets go, her eyebrows remain drawn together.
Oh, no, everything's good. Rose covered for me at work today.
That's not what I'm talking about. How's your head?
Beside me, Ash snickers. I bite back the urge to elbow him in place of trying to avoid Becca's hand as she tries to reach out for the said area. I do my best to dodge her, all at once moving to hide behind Zach. Sorry for using you as a human shield, Zach.
Oh, it's nothing. I just slipped off a few steps on my way down. I blacked out for a few seconds and had a minor bump, but it's just that.
You know, I was always told if you hit your head and you're unconscious for any length of time, you gotta go to a hospital. Why isn't she at a hospital? He's a police officer, why isn't he being responsible? She's a teacher, why isn't she being responsible? I don't know what this guy does. He's like a director for possibly porn. I don't know. He could be responsible too. There's no excuse.
You blacked out? It's not something to brush off. Come on, at least let me check it.
It's extremely minor. You wouldn't even know it's there.
Isabella, this isn't a laughing matter.
She did look pale when I saw her.
Wow, thanks a lot, Ashton, you traitor. I'll get you back for this, just you wait.
What? I'm just saying it as it is. If you mentioned this earlier, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
I'm sorry. Saw her?
Yeah, they arrived together. Bella looked fine to me then.
Something crosses Becca's face, but she's gone before I can. But it's gone before I can figure out what it is.
Oh, that's good. At least she didn't have to travel alone, right? At least. Good.
What was up with that tone, huh?
See? I'm okay. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. And I don't want to miss Zach's film.
We can always watch it some other time.
Yeah, he's probably got it laying around on his computer somewhere, right?
Sorry, Zachary.
You guys could have a private showing and, I don't know, depending upon what kind of film it is, reenact it. That's always fun, right? Who hasn't reenacted a film, right?
No, it's good. But you guys should really keep it down. We're starting to attract some attention.
Okay, that... odd.
It's the premiere. The premiere's different. Right, Zach?
I shoot him a pleading look. My god, it's amazing my sinuses have cleared at least in one nostril. I know, not relevant to all this, but very, very, very important to me right now. Zach's a sensible guy, he'll understand. Please, understand.
Not really. But Rebecca has a point. In the end, I think it's your call.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Bounce a bounce.
Please, Becca. I really don't want to miss it.
You're not missing it. Oh, we're just moving it on a different day so we can have a...
Look, you guys.
Ash's loud sigh unexpectedly cuts through the conversation. He's pinching the bridge of his nose as he speaks, something he usually does when he's getting impatient.
If she says she's okay, then there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can stop her either. Besides, she's still acting like the same old Isabella to me, if she can still run around like that.
Never mind. The one free nostril has stuffed up again, my god.
Why are you taking her side?
Uh-oh.
I'm not.
Is there a thing between those two? Look at that face. That isn't... That's... You don't want to piss off that kind of face with those large of eyes.
But if she wants to watch Zach's movie with us, I'm not going to stop her. She's probably the one looking forward to it the most.
Ash, that's... You, of all people, should know...
That she should go to the hospital after passing out, yeah.
Tell you what, if I notice something amiss with her, I'll take her to the nearest hospital myself. Is that good enough for you?
I already know the answer before Becca voices it out. When, at last, she releases a deep breath and nods, albeit with great reluctance, I immediately tackle her into a hug. Very odd nod, more like a whole body shrug
Thanks,
thing.
Becca.
It's always been you with him, isn't it?
Oh, does she realize that maybe there's something going on between him and Isabella?
Did you say something?
Me? Nothing. Don't mind me.
Yeah,
If you say so.
Okay, guys, showtime's close, so I think I'm gonna get us some snacks. My treat. And then let's head inside. Anyone here has a smaller bill?
What, you carry only thousands from your porn money?
I think I do. Hold on.
Because movie theaters can break hundreds, in my experience. Not that I carry hundreds around, because that's stressful. I pull myself off from Becca to get my wallet from my bag, and...
What's this?
Oh, 3 more people! That's... it was 5, right? Not like 10. In which case, we got a bonus person. So, do we get, like, any kind of bonus for showing more than 5 people? Or was it 13 people? I don't know. It's already in Ash's hands before I can even react. Behind him, Becca and Zach are both giving the piece of paper an intrigued look.
No! Give it back!
It's just a paper.
I don't care! Give it!
Looks ancient, too. Why do you keep this around?
I try to reach for it, but he holds the paper way above his head. I've never been particularly sensitive about my own height, but right now I really wish I had the advantage over him.
Don't open it!
What's the big deal? It's not like it's a love letter. I don't see any reason to.
Tell him it has naked pictures of you. He probably won't open it because he's just totally shy like that.
Hold on a second. This isn't it?
Even if it is, it's not for you.
Okay. Now I'm curious.
I'm telling you, it's nothing like that.
It's a curse. The rest of my words are lost when he unfolds the paper. Oh, that's it right there. That's the screenshot. I can't breathe. My heart feels stuck in my throat, pounding, threatening to burst out. Vaguely, I note how my hands are trembling at my sides. Clasping them together doesn't do any good. They're still shaking and I hang on to them regardless. The awful sick weight that has taken its core in my stomach back in the open house returns full force. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? You fix it by murdering all of them, right? No? Maybe you gotta give them copies. Maybe they'll get their own copies of the letter and they have to show 5 more people. Because that's how these weird chain letters go, right? Someone, please. Today is turning out to be a horrible nightmare.
Send this to 5 people or else. Well, that's interesting.
Guys, I think we should listen to Bella first.
Too late.
Aren't you a few days early for Halloween?
Ash waves paper in front of me, giving me a fleeting glimpse of its contents. I don't need to see. I don't want to see. The letters, the words, every stroke written blood is already embedded in my mind. Maybe I should have just thrown it away when I had the chance. That way.
It's not a prank.
It makes all of them stop. Even I am surprised with how steady my voice is.
What did you say?
This isn't a prank! I saw something!
Doom, doom, doom.
Hold on. Are we still talking about this paper? Or is it about the urban legend again?
Both. I know it sounds ridiculous.
You're saying this is a primitive version of a chain letter, and now that we've seen it, we're now cursed.
It's a Victorian era version of the chain letter, right?
You've got to be kidding me.
See? This is why I didn't want to tell you guys.
Isabella, aren't you taking this a bit too far?
It's not a joke. Will you guys listen to me first? I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me.
You did hit your head, you're crazy, Isabella.
If I hadn't gotten away, that thing might have.
Right. And in broad daylight, Isabella. Even someone gullible would find the logic in that screwed up.
Because we all know scary things only appear at night.
There's also no way in hell that this supernatural shit is true.
But it's real! What do you think I saw?
Would it really be supernatural? If it exists, wouldn't it also be natural?
A hallucination? A delusion? Didn't you say you fell down some stairs? So maybe Rebecca's right.
I'm always curious about people who say they see certain things. Like, are they actually being honest? Did they actually see it? And really, was it hallucination or delusion? And very curious.
It happened after, when I was trying to get away. I almost got stuck in the same room with that thing. We're all in danger. I thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me?
Like, I know someone who used to see winged people. And they thought it was completely normal to see winged people and got used to the fact that no one else saw winged people, so they just never talked about it. And then eventually one day they stopped seeing winged people. Very odd, but they were also a kid at that time, so who knows what could be affecting a child's mind to cause that.
We are, and you know that. But this thing and that thing has got nothing to do with the other. When Rose called earlier, I thought she's just exaggerating. But based on what I'm seeing right now, maybe it's better if we really postpone this for now.
Don't bother.
That's an angry face. Without another word, I snatched the letter out of Ash's hand and stuff it back in my bag with more force than necessary, so that way it falls out and you curse a whole bunch of other people. You know what? Just put it on a projector, movie theater in front of a bunch of other people. You've got like, I don't know, 15 people cursed right there. Bonus curses. Eventually you'll be the one handing out the curse instead of being cursed, right? I'm tired. I got cursed, saw a ghost, probably lost a sale, got kicked out of the open house I'm supposed to be hosting. My own friends won't believe me, and all of them think I'm crazy. It's the instant noodles. They are making you crazy. You are not getting enough nutrients. You are nutrient deficient crazy. To top it all off, there's a dull ache at the back of my head begging for a little attention I can't afford to give right now. Honestly, there's only so much a person can take within a single day. I just want to go home, curl up in my bed, and never think about today. But before I can take a single step away from the group,
Guys!
Zach rarely ever raises his voice, even when there's a point he wants to drive home, and hearing him take on that tone completely throws me off. Just shocked. Even Ash and Becca. Whatever harsh words yet to come out from the argument immediately die on our tongues.
Why don't we all calm down first? I'm sure Isabella has her reasons too. No need to be hard on her.
Yeah, don't be so hard on her.
And hey, ain't this supposed to be a happy get-together? We haven't seen each other for months. I'd really love to know what y'all have been up to. I only ever get to talk to Bella over chat.
You know, everyone else but you have been seeing each other. You're the odd person out.
Please.
He has a point. Ash, for all his attempts to look cool and distant, has also been looking forward to this. He even took the time to call this morning for a reminder. He never does that. Becca, too. I'm pretty sure that's another reason why she got out of bed today. Ha, look at that smirk on her face. She knows what game she's playing. Yet, despite Zach's attempts to lighten things up, or Ash's and Becca's acquiescing gestures, the tightness in my chest remains. I should have kept it to myself, or at least went with the idea that it's a prank. If I did, things may not have turned out the way they had. No sour mood, no bad vibes. Careless. So careless. Maybe leaving is the best decision for all of us. You know what? Everyone was looking forward to this. And who knows? You know what? It's called Point of No Return. Or, I don't know, Bat something. That could be Batcom for all I know. I have no idea. Pocket something. Who knows what the rest of the title could be. Let's continue. Becca doesn't like us because of that. She likes us less than everyone else who actually matters. But Zach likes us more. What is the point of all this? Like, is that gonna determine how things end? Alright. Any other day, I'd excuse myself and go straight home. But this is something special to Zach, something he worked so hard to bring to life. I should know better. I might be having a bad day, but being with the few people I care about far outweighs the idea of spending the rest of the day throwing a tantrum alone in my room. And what if the thing in the attic follows me home? I don't want to be left with my thoughts either. I can still see it whenever I close my eyes. And maybe, if I stay, let our heads cool down first before telling them what happened, they'll listen to me. There's nothing you can't solve with a calm head. One step at a time, Isabella. That's what Mama used to tell me. Besides, I don't have the heart to ditch Zach. The smile is back on my face when I look back at them.
If we keep arguing here, we're going to miss the first few minutes.
All right, that's the Isabella I know.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you were going to cry.
What the crap, Ash? He got punched in the crotch, right? Or he got his ass grabbed. This time I really do send an elbow straight to his stomach. Stupid Ash. Being vertically challenged has its perks too. Yeah, she's closer to your crotch, dude. Watch out. I know people who've taken advantage of that.
What was that for?
Stop calling me a crybaby! I'm not one!
Aw, don't cry.
Stop it!
Okay, scaredy cat then.
That too! If you repeat that, I swear I'll...
Let's just go.
She's hot when she's, I don't know, impatient, out of patience. Without another word, Becca goes inside. She doesn't even stop to wait for us when I call after her. Ash and I exchange looks at that. The same question the same question likely swimming inside our minds. Did something happen just at school after I left? Is she having a bad day too? No, it's because something's going on. Okay, this is my guess. Her and Ash are like sleeping together. It's supposed to be a casual thing, but she's caught the feelings. And she knows that he totally has a thing for Isabella. But it's feelings, not just lust, but feelings. And so she's highly jealous, highly upset by this. But she doesn't want to say anything because they're supposed to be just friends with benefits, and they're supposed to know. They both knew. Not that there wasn't supposed to be any feelings, but she developed feelings and she wants to change the relationship, but he doesn't because he has a thing for Isabella. I'll try asking her about it later, I guess.
So, you guys go catch up with her. I'll go get us the food I promised.
But you'll miss it!
Didn't you say watching a movie without food ain't fun? And it ain't like I haven't seen it. I made it, remember? I'll be in there soon.
It's a good person who gets the food. One friendly tap on my shoulder and then he's gone. Few moviegoers are still milling about. Some are still waiting in the line for tickets, but otherwise, most of the crowd are already inside. There's nothing much for us to do here now. Not a word of protest comes from me when Ash gestures for the two of us to head inside.
And then?
Ooh. I think that's gonna be it for... No. Gonna go a little bit more. It's not time.
Are you sure it wasn't one of the cleaning crews?
What is going on here? Why are people... Oh my god. It is a porn. Oh. BDSM.
Absolutely sure.
Somehow, halfway through the movie, the conversation steered towards what happened in the mansion. Why are you guys talking in a movie, huh? To be fair, Zach was the one who brought it up again. And his own movie's premiere. Now, the film's just serving as background noise while we're speaking in hushed tones, careful to not disturb anyone inside the small hall. Well, except for Ash. I just hope we don't end up arguing about it again. We'd all get kicked out for sure. Though, with how loud Ash's voice is, we'll probably get thrown out way before any argument happens. Only Becca still remains engrossed in the movie, completely ignoring us. She's been quiet the whole evening, speaking only when referred to. If I didn't know any better, I'd think we did something that offended her. Like talking during a film, maybe? Did we? No, of course not, because you're not considerate like that, right?
And then I ran. You heard what happened after.
I still think it's something else.
It was standing right in front of me, Ash.
It's all those instant noodles. Instant noodles will drive you crazy. Lack of nutrients. I don't know. He's one of the smartest people I know, but geez, he should learn to listen. Plus, didn't he say he doesn't believe in these things? Why is he in this conversation again?
I heard what you said, but it's a small room. There are a lot of things someone else could have done there without your knowledge. If I could see it up close, maybe I can...
I am not going back there.
Ain't that a problem if you're hosting an open house?
You guys get drunk, the quick courage, you go back. Who knows what might happen, right?
Rose does the first floor tour.
I ain't sure ghosts can be restricted to one room, Bella.
Ah.
There are no ghosts, Zach. Stop putting useless ideas in her head.
Yeah, but I was thinking, maybe all the house needs is a blessing. Wasn't it left uninhabited for years?
Oh, the house did change hands over the years, but from one distant relative of the Ermengardes to another. None of them bothered to live in it, though, and it remained that way until its current owners decided to sell. Isn't that very expensive? I mean, the property tax? Insurance? Why didn't I think of that?
I didn't peg you as the religious type, Zach.
Yes, you already know. I'm not gonna say it.
Nothing like that, Ash. Who knows, though? It might bring something positive to the place.
That's not a bad idea. I just don't know where I could find someone.
And Isabella's religious.
You're not seriously considering his suggestion, are you?
Do you have a better idea?
I know where. I could contact him for you if you want.
You do that?
What do you do in your part-time, Zach? My goodness.
Or we can find you a psychologist instead.
Oh. Just going right out, saying it. There are very few times in my life when I wish my glowers can kill. This is one of those.
Ash, that is not a very appropriate thing to say.
No, wait, that's not what I meant.
That worked out because I accidentally clicked too soon.
Ethnographer. I meant ethnographer. This guy's a psychologist too, of course, if you...
Ashton, if you don't stop...
Rebecca knows the guy I'm talking about too. She can vouch for him.
Becca tears her eyes away from the screen at the mention of her name. That's an odd word. It can either be tears or tears. Huh. Yeah. Anyway.
Huh? What? Oh, are you talking about Professor Andrew? He used to work with my parents at the university. And can you guys keep it down?
Sorry, Scaredy Cat here mentioned curses. Not that I'm saying this is one, but talking to him is a better solution for me than getting a random priest to bless an old house.
From what I know, curses work if you can convince the other person it's actually real.
He'll even help you figure things out, teach you a couple things. And probably put your fears to rest, since this looks to be bothering you a lot.
Ash might be right too. However, with what Zach suggested is something I'm more familiar with. Granted, they don't believe me. They're only giving me these suggestions to put my mind at ease, but it's better than being ignored or being laughed at. I can take comfort in knowing they are willing to hear me out.
So, what do you think?
It's your call. We'll go with whatever you want.
I don't know.
Ooh, who should I meet? You know, we know it actually is a curse. Unless we ourselves are also being deceived because we're viewing this from Isabella's mind. But let's go with the priest, right?
I'll think about it. But maybe we could go with Zach's idea?
Oh, Zach likes us more. He likes us so much more compared to everyone else. You know what? Rose is not even on this. Rose doesn't matter? Not important? Poor Rose.
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, it wouldn't hurt to try, right? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At least we did something than just stand around. I'll let you know when he's available, Bella.
Or
Thanks,
Bella.
Zach. I knew I could count on you.
Guys, I said keep it down. You keep insisting that we still watch it, yet you're not even paying attention yourselves.
See, just gets hot when she gets upset. Yeah.
It ain't a big deal, Rebecca. I'm the one who broached the subject in the first place.
It's still your film, Zachary. A good film, mind you. You worked hard on this.
On this BDSM porn.
The least we could do is watch it with you.
And that's what you're all doing. I really appreciate all of you making time for this.
Sorry, Becca. We'll stop now.
I throw her an apologetic look, even if Ash is the only one who she should be reprimanding, but her attention is already back on the screen. She's ignoring us again. When Becca's acting this way, there's a big chance there's something nagging at her. We really need to talk. We all fall into a comfortable silence afterwards, Kind only you can share with people you're most at ease with. For the first time today, the letters lays forgotten in my bag, if only for a few hours. Alright, night has fallen by the time we exit the movie house, and that is it. My voice cannot take anymore. And next time we figure out something. I have no idea.